guys are probably wondering, I'm ready to place an order, I found a supplier, everything is good, but how many units should I actually be purchasing on my first order? Okay, so this actually comes down to two different things. The first and biggest thing it comes down to is going to be your budget. Okay, so obviously if you have a budget of $4,000 or $5,000 or $2,000, you might not be able to purchase 1,000 units up front. So that's the number one thing. Okay, so you need to take a look at what your budget is and what you guys can afford, and then base it off that. Number two, the next thing you want to pay attention to, which is very, very important, is what is the average sales amount going on with your product on Amazon. Okay, so how you guys do that, and we're going to quickly do it again, is we're going to go to Amazon.com. We're going to go to our barbecue cover. We're going to search it. We're going to run Jungle Scout quickly. Actually, we want a more accurate number, so we're going to run with scope. And we're just going to take a look at what is the average sales that's going on with this product, okay? So we can see that roughly right off the bat here, it's telling us that the average sale is around 747, okay? So we can actually dissect these, because these two players right here are obviously skewing the numbers by a lot. So is this one, so is this one. But we can see that at the top of page 1, the top guys are doing 159, 149, 495, 64, 175. So they're averaging, just over 100 sales here. And then the big players are in the thousands, okay? And then again, 100, 150. So for a product like this, you can most likely be comfortable with ordering around, I would say, 200 to 300, just based off the numbers. But then also remember that you're going to have to do a giveaway. You're most likely going to want to do a giveaway to get to page 1. And because of that, you're going to need to order a little bit more product. So in a situation like this is where you would actually go to Helium 10. You would log into Helium 10 and find out exactly how many products you'd have to give away for the specific keyword that you're ranking for. And then Helium 10 will give you that keyword. We'll go into a video later on, guys, showing you exactly what I'm talking about and how this works, so don't worry about it right now. But that Helium 10 pretty much will tell you exactly how many giveaways you have to do. So let's just say it tells me for the keyword barbecue cover, I have to give away 15 units per day. You're going to want to do that for about 8 days minimum. So that's 120 units that we're going to have to give away, completely give away. Okay, so that's 120 there. Then we're going to want to have another 150 to 200 to be able to sustain our sales for the next 30 days. So if we just say 250 plus 120, you're looking at just over around like 350 to 370 units that you're going to need to order. So then that's going to give you a rough estimate in regards to how many units you're going to order, okay? Now the last thing that you guys want to do is purchase a product. Let's just say barbecue cover, the average sale is 747, but let's just say that the average sale that most sellers were doing 1,000 sales a month, okay? So we went down the list, top 1 all the way to top like 16. We're doing over 1,000 sales a month. The mistake that you guys do not want to do is purchasing 500 products when you know that you're going to sell out, because it's a high quality product that's going to sell very, very quick. Then you're going to run out of that inventory, and then you're going to have to wait another 2 to 3 weeks or maybe even a month or longer to get new inventory in, okay? So this is why it comes down to, number one, your budget. That's the most important thing. If you're not able to launch a product that requires to purchase 1,000 units up front, then it's probably not the best product to launch into right off the start. It's a product that I would keep as a back burner for you, maybe product number 2 or 3. And I would find a product that works more with your budget, so that you guys can launch it and definitely make sure that it fits your guys' budget, so that you guys don't run out of stock, so that you don't lose ranking, okay? Now, with that being said, it does come down to a few different things that I always test the market out, and I know some people agree with this and some don't. Some people say you should test the market, and others say just go all in. You should trust your gut feeling and trust what you did. Just go all in. And it really comes down to what you guys are comfortable with, okay? Typically, I recommend people to never go under 300 units. And the reason being is, like I said, you're going to have to do a giveaway. And then on top of that, you're going to need to have more units to sustain your sales after the giveaway. And then I also wouldn't really recommend going over 500 units because what happens if you did your product research wrong or something, it was a seasonal product or something went wrong and now the product won't sell, you're stuck with those units, okay? So that's why I said 300 to 500 for your first order is really, really good. It's a great place to start. However, with that being said, it really comes down to the budget. And then number 2, it really comes down to how well the product is doing on Amazon. If I'm launching as a brand new seller and I launch my first product and I have the budget in place, I have a $15,000 budget to spend to create this launch, and I find a product that's doing 1,000 sales per month on average with all the sellers, well, guess what? I'm going to be launching and purchasing at least 1,000 to compete with these top guys, because I know that's what's required. There's no point for me to order 300 or 500 because I've already tested it with the research tools. I can see that it's going to work 100%, and there's no reason to delay that process in regards to purchasing a product and then have to reorder and keep going through that and losing ranking, running out of stock, closing off the listing, and losing sales. Okay, so that's how I'm going to answer this question. It really comes down to what you guys can afford, what you're comfortable with, and how well the product does on Amazon. If all those factors are in place, this is where you're going to be able to decide if you're going to start with 300, 400, or 500. But to answer this question, guys, it really doesn't matter how many units you guys order at the start. The biggest thing that happens is that you guys actually start. Too many of you guys, you find the perfect product, or you have everything, and now you're waiting another 3 to 4 months to save up more money to, decide to launch the product when you could have purchased, 500 products right off the bat, started selling on Amazon, and sure, you might run out of stock, but that's okay. That's the part of the business, and at least you actually started the process, and now you're going to be able to grow it much, much quicker rather than waiting 4 to 5 months to save up that money to buy 1,000 units. And then a lot of things can happen. You might no longer decide to do this. You might not be motivated. The market might change. There's a lot of different factors, okay? So hopefully this helped you guys out in regards to how you guys should decide how many units you need to order and place that order, guys. That's the most important thing, is just take action and do it. I'll see you guys in the next video.